What's going on, guys? So I have a very special video that I am very honored to be able to bring to you today. I am the first to get to experience these fragrances. Shout out to Mohammed Hefes, owner of a brand some of you wet shavers will be familiar with called Sphinx Beard. They now have another division called Sphinx Fragrances. Those of you that don't know who Mohammed is, the Hefes name may sound familiar. That is the brother of Hani Hefes, the owner of Alexandria Fragrances. So he's created 6 original fragrances. He reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in maybe exploring the house and talking about them and seeing what's what with them. I have not sprayed any of them. I have all the info as far as olfactory notes and profiles and such. I haven't looked at anything because, as you guys know, I like to be blind as can be. We're going to look at these. I've got 6 different fragrances. We're going to go through them one by one, smell them, look at the notes, compare what I get, see which ones I like, which ones I'm kind of indifferent about, which ones I don't like, what's masculine, what's feminine, and so on. I'm pretty excited to do this video, so stay tuned. So 3 of these bottles have one style cap and sticker, very similar to the Encre Noir bottles, and then the other 3 bottles have a very interesting cap, beautiful looking cap, and different labels. So it's 2 different lines within a line is what I can see. So we're just going to grab one randomly first. Take a look at the box real quick. They all are extrait de parfum. There's the Sphinx logo. 100 ml, as you can see, upside down. When scent has history is pretty much what all 6 of them say on them. That is the line. And interestingly enough, you can see the tabs at the bottom. You're actually supposed to take them out from the bottom. I have looked at the bottles. I just haven't smelled anything or sprayed anything. So this first one, check this out. This is the bottles I really like of the 3. So let me get it to where it'll focus. There we go. Sphinx Extrait de Parfum. Those are metal plaques with some debossing, debossing. I don't know which one it is, where it's raised. And then there's that cap I was talking about. Very heavy. Big, thick pink glass. It's just very nice looking. It does hold, but it doesn't click into place. But it's pretty strong. Like I said, it's mostly metal with a little bit of plastic filling. This is a heavy, heavy cap. So let's put, this is very floral, so the pink is an indicator of this being a feminine scent. So this is going to be one marketed for the ladies. Let me grab some test strips. And we're going to go through these because I have 6 of them, so I prefer to use test strips. Let's sprays right away. It's a fruity floral. It's fresh. It's a little sweet. A lot of florals here. Great atomizer. Great atomizer. I want to say a little bit of some fresh rose and tuberose type of thing going on here is what it smells like to me. I really love the bottle designs. Like, this is similar 100 mLs to the same glass size that Nichane uses, that Fragrance du Bois uses, that Roger Parfums uses. And like I said, you'll see when we get to the other 3 that are kind of a different line within a line, they have similar caps. And one of them actually is the same glass color as Encre Noir Sport, but those look more like Encre Noir Sport. So similar, you know, square designs, hefty and heavy. I'm convinced there's some tuberose in here. I don't think that this is too feminine for me to wear, because a lot of you that are familiar with my taste, you know I like the dense florals. This is fruity fresh, a little playful, not too serious, but also not too playful. Like I said, it leans playful, but I wouldn't call it an extremely youthful scent or anything like that. There's definitely some fresh citrus. I'm convinced there's tuberose in here, maybe some fresh rose. I'm sure there's other florals. It's got a very floral, fluffy, bright floral feel to it. This is quite lovely. There's something a little different, a nuance I'm picking up in the background that I'm trying to figure out how to describe to you guys. I don't remember the names on all these. We'll pull up the info and we'll go over the names one by one. I can't pinpoint what that is. Let's pull up some info on this fragrance, shall we? So I've got it pulled up on my screen. This is a straight up floral classification, fragrance of the floral olfactory family. This is called Damascena. Interesting name. So top notes are Bulgarian rose Damascena. Okay, that's a specific type of Bulgarian rose, I guess. Green notes, bergamot, Calabrian mandarin. Mid notes of Moroccan rose. There's another rose. Violet, pear, and patchouli. So there's your fruitiness. Pear. That might have been what I couldn't quite figure out what it was. Base notes of white musk and ambergris. So it's not tuberose. There was something kind of white floral about this. As it's drying, I'm not getting much of that, so I guess this makes a bit more sense. It's not a thick and jammy type of Bulgarian rose. There's a brightness to this, a lot of freshness. All these citruses really make sense. There's a darker nuance hiding beneath. Maybe it's the patchouli. Yeah, that's the only thing that could potentially be a little dark, but it's definitely on the powdery side. Like I said, a lot of bright and fluffy florals here. It's actually quite nice. I think I could wear this one. Obviously, my wife is going to jump all over this as soon as she smells it. Fruity floral, fresh florals. That's her cup of tea. That's her main style and olfactive profile that she enjoys. So obviously my wife is going to get this bottle. But it smells like something I can steal some sprays from. Damascena. Not too shabby. Very nice. Very elegant. Elegant meets playful, I guess you could say, because the quality is definitely there. That's why I say elegant. Classy but not serious. Damascena. All right, next, let's see what this one is. All the boxes are the same. They all say the same thing. I do have them separated into the two different types. So this is going to be similar to Damascena. I don't know if it's the green bottle or the like dark gray bottle. This is the green bottle. So here we go. It says on the back, I forgot to show this on the last bottle, when scent has history. So there you go. It's more of a chrome finished versus the gold tone of Damascena. Love, love, love this deep emerald green look. I'm pretty excited about this one. Just based on the color scheme alone, it excites me. So let's see what we're working with here. Already lined up. I promise I haven't sprayed these already. They're spraying right away. Because from what I understand, these are the only bottles currently in existence. These haven't released yet. That's why I said I've been honored to do so. There's a darker, earthy tone to this that I wasn't expecting. There's spice, there's greens, like a green, herbal, herbaceous spice, if you will. Something very woody about this, though. There's a dense, woody tone that I think the paper is kind of hiding some of the nuance from me of the aroma of the wood to really tell what it is. This one's interesting. This smells like nothing I've ever put my nose on. I'm kind of tempted to spray this on skin, but I have so many fragrances because I really feel like the test strip's kind of not... It's taking a lot away from what this could be or what this actually is. Because it smells like it's a deep fragrance. Like there's a lot going on in the paper. It's kind of hard to decipher a whole lot. Something woody. It's almost a little smoky. A little smoky. Smoky and woody, for sure. Green herbal essences. There's a green essence to it. It's a little spiced. I don't get much sweetness here, but like I said, there's a lot going on. This one's kind of perplexing. This one's difficult to kind of decipher any real notes from, and the accords are kind of jumbled together here on the paper. I bet this opens up nicely on skin. I can't do this with all of them, but I feel like I have to with this one. Let me spray a little bit on my hand. Wow, that really coated my hand. Look at that. And that wasn't even a full spray. Good Lord. Let me give it a second. It's a lot of fragrance oil. All right. I can't promise I can do this with every single fragrance because I got 4 more after this to go through. I can't just be spraying on skin with all of them. Yeah, there's something very dark about this. Almost cacao-like. Chocolatey, leathery cacao pod type of thing. Smoky. Smoky, earthy, woody. It's definitely darker on skin. This is not what I was expecting. This color combo, I was expecting brighter greens. This is much more dense and dark overall. There's almost something a little animalic about this. It doesn't quite come across very leathery. There could be something given a little bit of a leathery feel, maybe some labdanum, something like that. This one's got a lot going on. There's a lot of notes here, I'm willing to bet. Let me get this one pulled up. Okay, here we go. This is called Tabac, Citron, Vanille. I'll have it on screen for you guys, but it's an amber fougere olfactory family. The top notes are orange blossom, mandarin orange, bergamot, and Amalfi lemon. I don't get this big citrus medley. A little bit. It's kind of going all over the place right now in the opening. Mid notes of cinnamon, heliotrope, jasmine, cardamom, and lily of the valley. So there's that spice tone I was getting. Cinnamon and cardamom. Base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, patchouli, honey, tobacco, and vetiver. So the earthiness has to be tobacco and vetiver. The tobacco here gives a little bit of a smoky tone. There is a smoky nuance to this fragrance. I don't get a ton of sweetness. I do get the woodiness. I'm kind of surprised to just see sandalwood and vetiver as the only two things that could really be kind of woody. It's not super creamy. And the honey here, I see honey in the notes, but it's got more of an ambery smell to this than a honey smell. This one's different. I don't really know how to feel about this one yet. I don't like, oh my God, love it. I definitely don't dislike it. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of not what I was anticipating just based off the look. I mean, the look doesn't dictate the scent profile, obviously, but I was thinking something more fresh greens. A little bit more, not really mass appealing, but versatile, I guess you could say, whereas this is a little bit more on the niche side. I don't think it's challenging, but I think this is a more polarizing fragrance overall. The tobacco's coming out more and more. It's very earthy and smoky tobacco. It is getting a little bit sweeter. We'll give it time to dry. So this is Tabac, Citron, Vanille. Okay, here we go. This is the last one of these designs, so this one has to be the gray bottle. I have no idea what to expect with that one because the green one threw me for a loop. The pink one I kind of expected to be floral. The green one I expected something different. I wasn't expecting tobacco and stuff like that, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not bad, but look how stunning this one is. This is more of a gunmetal than just straight up silver. So you got the kind of gunmetal tone to the cap. This dark gray translucence. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It really is. So let's give this one a spray. See what we're working with. I have no idea what to expect. Black atomizer. No clue what to expect here. All right. Out in the air, it's a little brighter than I expected. I expected this one to be a little darker. It's a juiciness, like a grapefruit smell. But there's a lot of density in the background that I have a feeling in just a moment this is going to change pretty drastically. It's got like a leathery feel to it. Grapefruit and leather is pretty much what I'm getting at the top. Yeah, because it dries pretty rapidly on a test strip versus your skin, so you can get to the dry down a lot quicker. Very woody and leathery, but I still got the grapefruit. I still get it. Plenty of it. It's juicy. Very juicy grapefruit. Almost a little tart, little type of tartness to it. But a lot of leather and woods. Kind of warm wood type of feel. Could be oud. I don't know. Doesn't really have an oud funk, though, so I don't know if it's oud. But it's got kind of that warm, dry wood oud feel without the funk. You know what I'm talking about? That pencil shavings type of oud. Definitely leather in here, though. I'm convinced there's leather or whatever notes make a leathery accord. But this is a pretty, not rough and tumble leather either. Kind of smooth. Grapefruit's not really fading yet. I like it. A little ambery, warm. I feel like I'm actually getting a decent bit here on the paper. I feel like obviously it would open up a lot more in skin. I like this one a lot more than the green one. And Tabac, Citron, Vanille. This one's really good. Really good. I guess, damn it. I guess I'm going to keep spraying all over skin. Wasn't planning on it. All right. Give that a second because it's drenched, you know. Just that little half spray drenched my hand. Oh, yeah, definitely some leather. Okay, on skin, that definitely smells like pencil shavings, dry wood oud type of smell. This is super wearable. This is more versatile, and this has more animalic components to it. I can tell you right now. This is more versatile than the green one, than Tabac, Vanille, Citron, Tabac, Citron, Vanille. I like this one, and it is very juicy. Very juicy grapefruit at the top. Yeah, grapefruit. I'm convinced this grapefruit is very distinctive. Grapefruit, leather, some sort of dry wood. Even if it's not a pencil shavings oud, I don't get sandalwood. I don't get creamy. It could be cedar. I don't know, but it's a dry wood smell. Soft leather, a little warm. I like this one. Let's pull this up. This is my favorite so far. Let's pull this up. Okay, got it pulled up. This is called Black Anubis. All right, interesting name. Olfactory family. It's a woody floral musk. Okay, so there's definitely woods here. Top notes of saffron, artemisia, and grapefruit. I don't get a ton of saffron there, but definitely get the grapefruit. Mid notes of Bulgarian rose and nutmeg. So the nutmeg could be giving me the dry wood smell. It's a spice, but it gives a dry woody tone. On my skin anyways. Nutmeg seems to always do that. Base notes of oud wood. Okay, so the combination. There you go. Cedar, that's in here as well. Tonka bean, amber, and leather. So I get about half of what's listed here. I absolutely get. They're distinguishable. I get the grapefruit. I can understand the saffron, but it's not a like overwhelming saffron note where it was like, ooh, this must have saffron in it. I definitely get the nutmeg, oud, cedar combo, and the amber and leather. I don't get tonka bean right now. Maybe as it dries, I'll get more tonka bean. A little bit. More and more, actually. It's getting sweeter. Sweeter than I anticipated pretty quickly. And I mean, I still have this giant oil sheen. This is my favorite of the three that I've smelled so far. Hands down, Black Anubis is the one. Oh yeah, this is going to be... I don't know what to expect with the last three, but of the first three, this is definitely going to be the one that gets the highest rating. I really like this. This is awesome. I think I'm going to wear this tomorrow. It's not so dense and deep that I don't think you can wear this in slightly warmer weather. I wouldn't wear this in the heat, but I think this is a 3-season fragrance, a spring, more so early spring, fall, winter type of thing. This is really good. Black Anubis. So far, Black Anubis is the one. I'm really impressed by that one. So these three are different bottles. So as you can see, the glass is the same, but the caps are different, and they don't have the same labels. So I'm not sure which one this is. Let's bust it open. See what we're working with. So this is the green one. As you can see, it's got print. Shows Sphinx. I mean, it's a little dusty. I apologize. But the Sphinx logo. They all have this on the back. When sent has history. No stickers or anything, but cap look familiar. It says Sphinx on it, but it is the same cap as Encre Noir Sport. So, just goes to show Lalique for the Encre Noir line uses stock bottles because they had access to these as well. So, no idea what to expect here. The last time we smelled a green bottle, it was not what I expected, so I'm going into this with no expectation. Black Atomizer. Okay, here we go. I don't know what to expect here because, like I said, with the last green one, it was different. This one's fruity. This one's very fruity. Like really fruity. Juicy, sweet, mouth-watering, citrus fruity smell. A little bit of an incense smoky feel to it as well. This is going to sound weird. Smoky, spicy, fruity. That's what I'm getting. That's that simple. It's very juicy fruit, fruity, sweet smell. It's a little smoky and spicy. It's an interesting combination. I like this. I dig this one. This one's different. Okay. I like the path going here with this one. I don't know what it's called yet. We're going to learn the name here in just a moment. Very fruity fresh. Let's pull this one up. Let's see. Okay, this one is called Sphinx Signature. It's a spicy woody. Okay, spicy, pretty clear cut. Top notes of cinnamon, mandarin orange, lavender, and lemon. Sour lime is in off to the side. Okay. Mid notes of fruity notes, incense, there you go, Japanese red cedar, and cumin. On skin, I'd probably get the cumin. I don't get it on the paper. Base notes of tobacco, vanilla, leather, cedar, benzoin, isoe super, cypress, and patchouli. I don't get a lot of these dark notes, but it's got to be the paper. On skin's probably a different story. On the paper, I get spice, I get the incense, and I get all the fruits. The citruses and the fruits, I get all of that. I get a little bit of a soapy smell too, so it's probably lavender, but on paper, this is very bright, fresh and fruity, but still smoky and spicy. Like I said, all the things I said from the start still hold true. Spice is coming through more. On skin, it probably would open up more because there's a lot of depth to this scent profile. Like that's an interesting base. Like there's going to be a drastic change to the fragrance. Opens up bright and then darkens up quite a bit. It's a little bit more, I guess you could say, animalic in some ways. Like there's leather, there's tobacco, there's cedar, but still maintains some freshness. Isoe super is kind of a fresher, soft wood smell. Cypress, fresh and green. This is very easygoing, even though this note breakdown's kind of got a lot going on here. Really, a lot's going on here. This is very simplistic. I could see why he chose the name Signature, because this smells like an everyday wear, can do it all type of fragrance. This is my second favorite. This is my second favorite so far. I can see myself rocking this one pretty often. Sphinx Signature. It's, as the name would indicate, signature scent worthy type of scent profile. All right, let's see what we have next. Again, same box. Let's bust it open. See what we are working with. This is the other pink one. So here you go. Sphinx logo, a little bit of dust on it from the box. No big deal. I can always clean that off, which I'll do later. Sphinx on the top. Let's grab another test strip. I would assume this is a floral fragrance and feminine. Let's see. Very, very floral. Much less on the freshness. It's a little thicker. It's much sweeter. It's still fruity sweet, but like much more sweet than citrusy, mouth-watering fresh. This is a sweet fruit. Oh, my wife's going to love this one. This one's a little intoxicating. This is the better of the two women's fragrances that I've smelled so far. This one and the other pink one. Damascena? Yeah, that's the name of it. Ooh, this one's good. This one's really good. I can't wait to smell this one on my wife. Has my intrigue. Very thick, fruity sweetness, very floral, creamy, thick florals. This one could possibly have some tuberose because it's a thick creamy floral. Could be wrong. I don't know. Comes across that way. Very fruity sweet. Very creamy. Almost like almond type of creamy. You know? That might be why I'm thinking tuberose, because there's a lot of floral tone here. And there's this thick creaminess, and it kind of has that almond smell to it. This one's really nice. I'm very curious about these notes. Let's pull it up. Okay, this is called Heavenly Lilies. All right. Top notes of Indian tuberose. There you go. Carnation, honey, gardenia, and plum. There's that thick, fruity, sweet smell. Palisander rosewood. Didn't see that coming. Mid notes of bitter almond. So it does have almond. Ambergris, saffron, Egyptian jasmine, musk, woods, and cedar. Base notes of coffee, more almond, a different type of almond, bergamot, lemon, and tonka bean. So there's citruses in the base. This is an interesting note breakdown. This doesn't remind me of anything, and as strange as this is going to sound, it could just be on the paper. It's got this watery tone to it. The gardenia does jump out. My wife is going to love this. She loves gardenia in fragrances. That's why I said this smells like something my wife's really going to like. Because of the gardenia. That's what it is. Gardenia, plum, tuberose, almond. What a good combination. This stuff's great. This is great. This is one of the better women's releases I've smelled in a while. This is fantastic. Yeah, this is really good. I definitely, as soon as this video's over, I'm going to get my wife to spray this on her. She's going to love this. She's going to love this one. She's going to really like the other one too, but she's going to love this one. I love this one. Ladies, get a sample of this one. Heavenly Lilies. This is the one as far as the women's releases in this collection. This is the one. This is stunning. And I'm sure as it dries, and if it was on skin, like the coffee and stuff like that would really come out more in the woods. This is awesome. I really like this. Okay, last but not least, this can only be the one that looks like Encre Noir Sport. You guys are going to know what I'm talking about. I laughed, and I told Muhammad, I said, you know, this looks exactly like Encre Noir Sport. And he messaged me back with some laughing emojis like, it does. Like he had no idea. So watch this. If I get it open. I'm sure the scent is not Encre Noir Sport. But this bottle is Encre Noir Sport's color and cap. Imagine it saying Encre Noir Sport with the red and whatever on the front. But this is it, you know. Same stock bottle. Let's see what we're working with. There's a few of these that are like some straight up bangers. There's like 3 of them. 3 of the 5 so far, I would say are legit, you know. Both the women's releases are great. One more so than the other, obviously, but see what we're working with. This is sweet, spicy. This is a darker fragrance. Very woody. Salty. Strange as that is. Salty. Like there's an aquatic tone, but it's darker. Woods in the background. I can't tell what. It's got this woody feel to it. Salty, though. Not, I mean, on skin, would be better to justify just how salty it is, but I get a distinctive salty smell. There's some woods to this. It's dark and like got this ambery feel to it. I don't know if amber's in here, but almost like a benzoin, maybe. It's thick. It's got this this thickness to the sweetness, but it's not overdone sweet, but it's very thick. It's a very thick sweet, like a syrup sweet, like a... It doesn't really smell like honey, but thickness of honey, like maybe caramel or something. One of those thick sweet notes. Salted caramel. That's what it is. I don't know why I didn't piece it together before, that I'm getting so much salt and this thick, like almost creamy, syrupy sweetness. Salted caramel. Salted caramel, woods. This is almost delectable. It's got gourmand facets to it. But it's still very ambery. I wouldn't call it an outright gourmand, but there's gourmand tones to it and notes, because it's delectably sweet and salty. I'm very curious. This is a very unique fragrance for anything I've smelled before. All of these really are. Like, nothing reminds me of anything specifically. So, props for that, for the originality. Let's pull up these notes. I'm curious as always. So, all right. This is called First Date. All right. So, definitely geared towards evening. Amber, woody, amber. I don't think they meant to put amber twice, but top notes of bay leaf, thyme, orange, Amalfi lemon and lime, coconut, and almond. I could see the coconut a little bit on paper. A little bit of a tropical feel, but not much. Mid notes of Virginia cedar and lily of the valley, sandalwood, cashmere wood, cedar. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of woods. I'm going to say I'm getting the woody tone. Sea salt. That stands out, trust me. Jasmine, saffron, and rose. Base notes of ambergris, musk, amber, and vanilla. Caramel. Stands out on the paper. And tonka bean. So caramel and vanilla. There's your thickness to your sweetness. The sea salt definitely stands out. You smell sea salt even on the paper. Salted caramel, like I said. I do get the coconut now that I know it's there. I don't know if it was my mind because it's wanting to look for it now, but I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where once I couldn't figure out what it was, and I see it, it's like, oh, that's what that is. I don't know. This is different, though. It's not as evening wear as the name would indicate, but it's got this alluring quality to it, and it could be because of the deliciousness to some of these notes. It's a delicious smell. I was trying not to do this a bunch, but I got to spray it on skin. I got to see what's going on here. We'll spray on the wrist. See just how coconutty, salty, caramelly it actually is. Oh, you definitely get the coconut on skin. More fresh cut coconut shavings, not the sunscreen smell. It's not a synthetic coconut. Or a heavily synthetic coconut, I guess you could say. Definitely get the salt. I get the thick sweetness. It's much warmer. It's a little more seductive on skin. I guess because it's really able to open up with the natural oils of my skin, and it's been atomized. It's not on paper versus, human skin. There's a freshness and a darkness. Like it's a yin and yang type of scent profile. And you get kind of both. The longer you smell it, the deeper the dive. You really start dialing deeper into that sweetness as you sniff longer and longer. You get the freshness, then it moves into the salt, then into the sweetness. There's a woody backdrop to it, kind of going right underneath the aroma the whole way, where it's not taking over the scent. It's allowing everything else to kind of be in the forefront, and it's just supported. All the woods in here. There's a lot of woods. There's cedar, Virginia cedar specifically, sandalwood, cashmere wood, and then another type of cedar just across the mid. So there's a lot of woods here, but it doesn't become too woody of a fragrance. This is another really good one. I don't know the situation on samples with these fragrances, but a lot of these need to be experienced. I wouldn't call them all blind buy safe by any means. I don't know the pricing on them. But I haven't really been disappointed. Only one kind of disappointed me out of these 6. Let's rate these bad boys. So first and foremost is Damascena, and Damascena is gorgeous. This is a beautiful, fresh citrus floral fragrance. I really, really dig this one. I think this is one that my wife would really enjoy. As it's drying, it's getting a little bit sweeter. There's a creamy, woody tone coming out more. This is getting better as it dries, which probably all of them are going to get better as they dry, I'm sure. The dry down's the meat and potatoes of a fragrance anyways. This is very good. I can't imagine a bad rating across any of these. Got to be honest, guys. They all have something to offer, a uniqueness, and this is a 7 out of 10. Damascena, it's a very good fragrance. I don't think it's better than the other women's fragrance, which we'll get to in a minute, but love the presentation for this particular part of the line. The scent profile's lovely. So next we have Tabac Citron Vanille, which the name may sound great. It's a little all over the place. I actually don't really care for this one. This is probably going to be the lowest rated one in the video. It's not a bad fragrance. It smells too busy. It's got too much going on with freshness versus earthiness. On skin might be a bit better, but here on the paper, because I've only sprayed half of these on skin, this isn't one of them. It didn't compel me on the paper to spray it on skin to learn more. This one's good, but it doesn't strike me as special. I think this one's a 5 out of 10. You know, just average. It's not compelling. Tabac Citron Vanille. It may be great for someone else, but for me, it's not striking me as special in any way. There's so much more to offer in this collection that this is my least favorite with a 5 out of 10. Next, we've got Black Anubis. Oh, man, I really, really dig this one. The oud's jumping out more and more. It's a slightly medicinal oud as it dries. It starts off very dry, pencil shavings, warm wood. Because I have it on skin and I have the paper right here. I really like this one. I think this one's my favorite. This is so beautiful. The citrus has faded. It has transformed quite a bit. It's leathery. It's a little bit of medicinal oud. There's no oud funk here whatsoever. It's kind of almost clean smell, honestly. I think this one is outstanding. This is a 9 out of 10. This is the one. I'm sorry. Any of you that have similar taste to mine, let me get this to focus. There we go. Any of you that have similar taste to mine, this is the one. This is the one. This is going to be the highest rated fragrance in this video. I really like this. I'm wearing this tomorrow. The day this video goes live, it's my scent of the day. I had other fragrances lined up for the next couple of days, but I don't care. I have to switch to this. This is outstanding. Next, we have Sphinx Signature. So this one, this is really nice. I have it on this hand. It is drying into more of a woody, lightly earth tone. There's a little bit more character here. It's still smooth. It's not overwhelming. There's no challenge to this fragrance. But it also doesn't remind me of a bunch of other stuff. Like, it's hard to make an everyday scent that doesn't remind you of a bunch of other things. I'm not saying there's nothing out there that it doesn't resemble in some form or fashion, but nothing comes to mind specifically when I smell this fragrance. It's nice and soft and woody. It doesn't smell like an ISOE Super bomb. Like, it doesn't jump out at me as very synthetic, full of ISOE Super, because that would be a turnoff for me. I don't like ISOE Super bombs. It's nice and smooth, well-rounded. It's a little green to match the color of the bottle, which the other one was not. This is a very nice fragrance. Actually, I think this is a great fragrance. This is something that I think I could get a lot of use out, because this is one of those dumb reach, put on the corner of your dresser and just grab and go every day for everything. Signature is the right name for this. I think this one's great. This is an 8 out of 10. Sphinx Signature is a great fragrance. I'm digging it. Next, Heavenly Lilies. Ladies that might be watching this, you need to sample this. Guys that are watching this, looking for a recommendation for your ladies. If your lady likes sweet florals, likes gardenia, tuberose, almond, any of those notes, that coffee is coming out a little bit on the paper now. This is knock your socks off good. This is knock your socks off good. This might actually get a better rating than the other one. This might be the highest rated fragrance in the video. It's just continuing to get better. Ladies, try this one. Heavenly Lilies. This is a 9.5 out of 10. I could probably count on two hands. I definitely can count on two hands how many times I've given something a 9.5. This isn't even something for me to wear. This is for my wife to wear. This is my wife's taste, which I jive with my wife's taste. Which she loves on her, I also love on her. So we kind of work in unison that way. Like stuff that I really love on her, she just so happens to be her favorite type of fragrances. And this, the gardenia is gorgeous here. This does not have any type of old lady smell, but still maintains that elegance that a lot of ladies are looking for, because not everybody wants sweet, fruity, playful florals all the time. It starts off playful, but not too playful. It walks that line of business and casual at the same time. Like this can do a lot here. This is elegant, but still not too serious. This is gorgeous. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Lastly, we have First Date. So this one was so interesting and it was just compelling me to spray on skin. It's an odd one. It's got a tropical feel because the coconut doesn't really go away. As it's drying, I am getting a little bit of the sunscreen feel. So if that's a turnoff for you, you probably won't like it. But it doesn't have that nauseating synthetic tone of some of these cheap coconut oils that are used in certain fragrances. More designer level, lower designer level, obviously, that can be a little nauseating. You know, like I know a lot of people love Guess 1981 Indigo. It nauseates me. I don't like the coconut in that one. Yet the cheap synthetic coconut that's in like a Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun, I do enjoy it. Fits the DNA really well. And then, of course, they have niche coconuts that I would compare this to, like a Coco du Yemen type of shaved coconut type of smell from La Fleurs du Golfe. That's kind of the coconut vibe I get here. With some salted caramel. This is a very unisex scent. This is not a masculine scent, but it's also not a feminine scent. Guys that don't like sweet fragrances would claim this to be feminine. I do think it's very good, though. This is a 7.5 out of 10. This is a very good fragrance. It's very unique. It's very unique. I wouldn't necessarily just claim it as an evening wear scent, though it's called First Date. I think you can wear it, but this is like summer nights type of date because it has the tropical feel. And it's not too sweet. I don't think it's too sweet. I really don't. It's pretty damn good. Well, I know this was a longer video. I'm going to try to chop it down as much as I can and get it as short as I can. But I wanted to dive in depth a bit more on these 6 fragrances. Really kind of explore the top, explore some of the dry down, and really get to what's the cream of the crop here and what should you really sample. I'll have Sphinx Fragrance website linked below. I don't have any discount codes or anything like that. It's a brand new launch. A brand new subdivision of the Sphinx Beard house. They're now diving into their original fragrances. I don't know what pricing is yet or anything. Like I said, it hasn't launched yet, but once I got all the information, I wanted to go ahead and do this video and bring it to you guys. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Like I said, I'm sure there will be some type of sampling or travel sizes or something along those lines where you can try these. Use my opinion as a guide. Take it with a grain of salt. This is all stuff you need to try for yourself. Just because I rated certain ones really high doesn't mean you will feel the same. And just because some of them got lower ratings for me might be the opposite for you. Might be your favorite. So definitely try one of the ones that want something that intrigues you. Try to get a sample and see for yourself. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the 6 new fragrances from Sphinx Fragrances and you give them a spray now, real good chance you'll thank me later, especially if you have similar taste to mine and you go after the ones I rated the highest. Have a good one, guys.